Hello everyone! A while back I started this series called Ranking Every Geometry Dash Map Pack. Well, about a month ago, I remade the videos and changed them slightly to make the viewer experience a little better. But while I was editing them, I realized something. My opinions absolutely sucked! Seriously, some of the rankings I gave were completely unfair. So then I realized, why don't I just re-rank them? Well, I didn't want to just say in part 11. Never mind, I changed the rankings. So I figured, why don't I just make it its own video? So, yeah, now we're here. Well, I hope I don't regret these decisions in 10 parts and have to make a sequel to this. Oh, and, before we get into this, let me just explain how the ranking system works. Basically, we'll be taking a look at all 3 levels of the map pack and give them each a ranking of their own. Then, we will average them out and put them on the tier list. There may also be some other factors in the ranking. I should also probably mention that I've gotten through the first 10 map packs, so I'm only ranking those ones. And if you want to see the first 10 parts of this, click on this. And it will also be in the description. Anyways, let's get right in. First we have the Alpha Pack, which was released... Yeah, you don't care, do you? You just want to see the rankings. Well, the first level of this pack is Sonar. Now, Sonar is a pretty basic level. I mean, it's pretty much just Stereo Madness, but like for slightly more experienced players. But that's not a bad thing. I'd say Sonar has a pretty good decoration, and it makes sense that the gameplay is a bit more advanced, because I don't think anybody is just going to beat Stereo Madness, and instead of going to Back on Track, they go to custom levels and go, oh my god, map packs! So honestly, I think this is an amazing level. It's a 2-star with actual gameplay. Never thought I'd see that. Honestly, I'd say it's an S-tier level. Next in the Alpha Pack is Dark Paradise. A lot of people forget about this one, but honestly, I think that is a great level. The decoration looks amazing, and I think the gameplay is done very well. Really, my one complaint is that after 58%, it gets kind of boring. But it has the song! Yeah, I'd say this is a good A tier. Next we have Generation Retro. Okay, I'm kidding, it's Retray. Now, Retray is awesome. It's currently the most liked level in the game by 1.8 million likes. And I personally think it deserves that. Retray is by far the best level I've seen in the map packs. It goes for this really cool Space Invaders theme, and you know, no way you could go wrong with that. Although the gameplay is kinda boring because it's so easy, it definitely makes up for that in decoration. Every single part of this level looks amazing. And that's just the new version. You can find the first version of Retray and it still looks amazing. This level is awesome and it deserves an S tier. Also, side note, when I was writing this script, I found out there was a hidden ship portal at the end that gave you the copy pass and then kills you. It doesn't really matter, but I figured I'd mention it. Originally, I gave this pack an A tier, mostly because I was too busy raging at these 2 stars. But after revising it, it was definitely an S tier. Truly an Alpha Pack. The joke is so bad. Okay, before we get into this, I just want to mention something pretty important. Okay, so the main reason I even had to make this is because of a habit I started in this video. Not completing the level. Seriously, this is the main reason I even had to make this. It's kinda sad. For our first level, we got Level Easy, and yeah, it's fine. I mean, it was made very early on in the game's history, probably like 1.0, so it's not like you should expect some groundbreaking masterpiece. The gameplay's fine, I'll just give it B tier. Then we got Dreamland, which again is pretty much just a basic early level. It's pretty much just buffed Back on Track. I personally think the gameplay is kind of fun, but that's really it. B tier. Finally, we have End of Line, and yeah, this level's fine. It has a pickup path near the start, which I find funny because the gameplay here isn't even comparable. The bottom path is leagues easier than the top path, but it's only for this cube part. After that, it's identical, with just some boring ship, ball, and more cube. And other than that, yep, once again, it's a basic early level, and again, I'm just gonna give it B tier. Okay, so this pack was kind of mid. I mean, you can't really blame it. Most of these levels were made very early on, so I guess there wasn't much to work with. Originally, I gave this a C tier, but I guess I can kind of forgive it because for the most part, these levels keep the gameplay somewhat interesting. So I'll bump it up to a B tier. So first we got Back on Track RM and seriously, Dreamland was at least able to keep its gameplay interesting. This? I honestly don't even have anything to say. This is one of the most boring levels I've ever played. The one thing that brings me any sort of emotion is the coins. So in the ship part, there's this ship portal on the roof, and if you go up into it, it's just a copy of the Stereo Madness coin. But get this, there's no obstacles, and it just gives you all the coins in one part. But that doesn't matter, because we find it! You know what you didn't find? These spikes, of course, because there's a blind jump right after this. And even after you do all that, it doesn't even matter because they're bronze coins, so they don't do anything. Yep, this level's F tier. Then you got Doorbay Basic 4, which compared to the level that came before it, yeah, this is a good level. I love the colors, and some of the visual effects look really cool. Plus, the gameplay is pretty interesting and fun in my opinion. Yep, honestly, I have nothing bad to say about this level. I wouldn't say it's as good as anything like Sonar or Retray, but it's definitely an A tier. Then you got Flappy Hexagon. Yeah, again, this level is so boring. And this time, there's not even anything I can really say about it because it's just boring and stupid. The gameplay is so repetitive to the point where you have to focus really hard on it, but then you realize you're focusing on Flappy Hexagon. Honestly, I feel like I'm falling asleep while I'm writing this script. But I guess it's not as irritating as Back on Track RM, but it's still D tier. Although this pack had a good level in it where it probably would have ended up an A tier for that, the other levels drag it down so much that it's honestly a D tier. Sucks that Doorbay Basic 4 had to get stuck with these piles of garbage. So for the first level of this pack we have Endless, and yeah, this is a great level. I love the visuals, the song choice is really good, and despite having a dual portal, the gameplay is pretty fun. Yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. This is a great level. I'll give it an A tier. Now, colors is awesome, and there's no debating that. It, as the name suggests, has a lot of colors, and it has them in a bunch of different ways. There's also this black and white part, which, while it is kind of strange, I still love the art style in this part. Overall, there's nothing bad to say about this level. Wait, there's a dual portal? Yeah, this is F tier. Okay, my one actual complaint is that the energy of the parts do not fit the song at all, but that's reasonable considering they had to change the song due to copyright. It's honestly just impressive they were able to find something that could sync up to it. So yeah, S tier. Finally, we have Adrift, and again, this is a great level. The visuals are decent and the gameplay is pretty fun. They have good coins that aren't bronze, and I have nothing to really criticize for this level. It's all pretty good. A tier. Overall, this pack 100% deserves A tier. RobTop chose some great levels, and it's honestly a shame people don't talk about this pack more. Okay, so the first level of this I personally think is great. Glitter Madness 2K15, despite having the name of a bad recent tab level, this level is awesome. I love the decoration, I love the glow style, and the gameplay is fun and sight readable. At least, it is for most of the level. You see, there's this wave part at 73%, and yeah, this takes the idea that it's a 3-star and just throws it out the window. It's not like extreme demon difficulty, it's just kind of hard to see some obstacles, and it's sort of tight. I just don't really like that. But after that, it's back to normal, so I guess it's still an A tier level because I guess it doesn't affect the too much. There's also these fake blocks that are hard to tell are fake blocks, but that's confusing for like 2 attempts, so whatever. Next we have Remake Level 2, and yeah, this level's mid. The gameplay is pretty much just generic, go up and go down, with basically nothing special. The visuals just feel extremely strange, and there are coins that aren't actually coins because the creator was too lazy to update the level and add actual user coins. I guess it's nothing too atrocious, so I'll just say C tier. Finally, we have Mystery Dungeon, and yeah, this is a good level. It starts off in, oh god, it's gonna be a bloodbath jump scare! At first glance, the art style just kind of looks like they just randomly threw something together, but you realize that that isn't it. The gameplay seems kind of difficult, but it's mostly fine. Apparently this is based on Pokemon types, but I wouldn't know. I've never played Pokemon. This is a good level, but there's something off about it that's just putting me off. I guess there's nothing that I can tell is wrong with it, so I guess I'll give it an A tier. So yeah, overall this is a pretty good pack. A tier. I have nothing else to really say. So first in this pack we have Poltergeist VO1, which this is just a copy of Poltergeist, but slightly harder. Yeah, this is literally just Poltergeist, but they made it barely harder. There's nothing original here. In fact, let me just put Poltergeist in this level side by side. They are so similar, I bet you couldn't even tell that I actually switched them. This is just unoriginal. I don't know how this got featured. At least with other bad levels in the map packs, I can understand that the standards were much lower back then. But for this is bad. D tier. Square Adventure. This level is complete garbage. Okay, it starts out with a fine cube part. There's one weird jump, but that's okay. Let's just look at the ship part. And this is fine too. This is decent gameplay. Now, what's the gameplay like past this upside down portal? And it's just the same thing flipped upside down. The one difference is that there's a breakable block that's supposed to be a coin. Again, you could have just gone back and changed this. Why? Okay, you may think it's not that bad, but you are in for a surprise. This cube part. Oh my god, this sucks! First, there's an exclamation mark where your brain thinks, oh, it's telling me to go up there. But guess what? You don't. But after this upside down portal are where the real atrocities start to happen. First, there's a semi-blind jump right after it. Then, there's this fake jump by a blue orb where if you don't jump at the very last second, you die. A really awkward jump directly after. And worst of all, these stupid pink orbs with no indication of where to even go this time. And guess what? The pink orbs kill you. After this, there's a fine ship part, but most of this level is so garbage that I can't forgive it. F tier. High Hill is fine. The gameplay is generic, but there's nothing wrong with it. C tier. Overall, this pack sucks. D tier. Wait, why did I give this a B tier in my previous ranking? What the hell? Okay, so if you couldn't tell, this pack is about remixes, my favorite! The first level is Stereo Madness V2, a concept we have never seen before, ever! Yeah, it's fine. It's not painfully boring, and it's different enough to justify existing, but it does have those stupid fake coins. Why? But it's not atrocious, and it's kind of better than other remake levels. C tier. The second level is Back on Track V2, a concept we have never seen before ever. Yeah, it's fine. It's not painfully boring, and it's different enough to justify existing, but it does have those stupid fake coins. Why? But it's not atrocious, and it's kind of better than other remake levels. C tier. The third level is Polargeist V2, a concept we have never seen before ever. Yeah, it's fine. It's not painfully boring, and it's different and, wait a minute. This isn't different enough to justify existing. It feels just like Polargeist. And there are a bunch of unnecessary fake outs. Like, why are there so many? And it has the fake coins. I think this comment by Lola Star describes my opinion perfectly. Like, if you don't like this level, ha ha ha, get it? Because it's like the video. I'm sorry, please like and subscribe. Yeah, F tier. Yeah, the first two levels are mid and the third level is horrible. Sorry, Neptune. D tier. So first we have Easy. What an original title. Surprisingly, this is a lot like Stereo Madness. In this pack, no. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's a lot like the levels in Remix Pack 1, but this one has normal coins, so B tier. Yes, the normal coins bumped it up a tier. What are you gonna do? Complain about it in the comments? Well, let me tell you something. I don't care! Then we got Stereo Madness X, another remix level. I'm not gonna waste your time. It has fake coins, C tier. And then Stereo Madness V2. Wait, we already did this. Oh wait, these aren't the same. Silly me. This one has weird 3D tiles that aren't complete. D tier. And overall, this is a C tier pack. I mean, what did you expect? It's just Stereo Madness remixes. So the first level in this is UFO Madness, and yep. Okay, so first of all, this level is just Stereo Madness. Now you may think this is an over exaggeration, but no. This is just Stereo Madness. But guess what? You're a UFO. Also, these two keys at the beginning are dumb. One just shows you some weird art, and the other makes the spikes invisible, but not the blocks for some reason. And the part that annoys me, other than the blatant copy and pasting, is that you're not even a UFO for the entire level. Now, you may think that in the ship part you would stay as the UFO because it's a flying game mode. Turn into the ship. What was the thought process behind this? This is so stupid. Yet, no question F tier level. In fact, you could say that about all the levels in this pack because they're all the same. F tier levels, F tier idea, and F tier pack. Here we go, our final pack of the video. Well, that was anticlimactic. So our first level is Dry Out RM, and again, this is just another basic remake level. But again, it's at least different enough to justify existing. C tier. Also, in the old video, I made this banger. Then we got Hexagon Hyperdrive, and I really like this level. The gameplay is really fun in my opinion, and I also like the visuals. This would be an A tier level, but there are two things holding it back. Number one, breakable block coins. Ugh. But two, oh boy, you see, the ship parts are pretty good in this level. But, yeah, for some reason the obstacles are circles. I never got why they did this. Like, use saws. The two things drag it down a little bit, but overall still B tier. Finally, we have Simple Cloud, and it's a Polargeist remake, but the visuals are nice and the gameplay is different and fun. B tier just because it has better visuals. Overall, the final pack was a B tier. Well, that was anticlimactic. Overall, what are my opinions on the first 10 map packs? Well, the alpha pack was good.